So my recent study tips video proved that a lot of you are in your 12th class, in your school years basically. So the idea just popped up in my head that maybe you're finishing up with your school. So I just wanted to share some of my favorite school memories. Well, not my favorite memories, my kind of embarrassing school memories. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's get started. My first story is about assembly. So in Indian schools, we have this morning assembly where all of us stand in line alphabetically, okay? So my name starts with B, and there was this girl who used to be my best friend in 5th class, but then we fell apart because of reasons not on a good note, and her name started with A. Now, she was in the class, in the section right beside me, so this is my line, this is her line, and that day I had a bad cold and cough situation going on. I was just coughing so bad, like I could cough my lungs out, and I was just basically waiting for someone to tell me, you know what, you're about to die, at least sit while you're dying. So that was my situation at that time. But then she was standing right beside me. I was like, I don't want her to think that I'm so lame and coughing, which I don't know why I even cared what she thinks. So once when I coughed like 5-6 times in a row, she just looked at me. I was like, no, she noticed it. I'm coughing too much, too loud, Bhairavi, don't cough anymore. So I just was planning to cough once or twice and then hold it back in if I was to cough anymore, okay? So I was basically just standing there in line looking like and she would just look at me like that, and I'd just be like, normal, yeah. It's normal. And yeah, it's not that embarrassing, but then it was really embarrassing for that moment. And after that, I just went around the school like, yeah, it's totally normal. You didn't notice anything. So we were coming down from the stairs in the break time when you can eat, but people play as well, right? So that boy was, I guess, playing with his friends standing at the bottom of the stairs, right? And we were coming down the stairs. And then for that girl, he was like, when we were about to pass by, he just blocked it like this, okay? And she was like, come on, let us pass by. He's like, no, I won't. She's like, please let us pass by. I was like, oh, this is so lame. So I just, with full attitude, I went forward. His hand was like this. I removed it, went straight on the last step, slipped flat on my face. I was like, oh no, I am forever going to stay on this ground now. I'm not going to go home. This is going to be my home now. I was so embarrassed. Everybody around me was laughing, and as they were laughing, their voices were actually amplified in my ear, and to me, the whole world was laughing at me. It was so embarrassing. Okay, now this one is not an embarrassing situation for me, but then it's just a funny thing. So we used to sit in class. We had 4 rows, okay? And I was sitting somewhere in the middle of the row, and this boy was sitting at the last desk, okay? Now he was not, I wouldn't say that we had a crush on him, but then he was an intelligent boy in the class. You know how the intelligent boys are really admirable. In India, if you're good at studies, you're actually the admirable one in the class. So I was sitting here, okay? He was coming from behind to give something to the teacher, I guess, and I was just writing something important, and I was passing a book to the girl sitting behind me. So just picture this. He's walking past me, and I'm writing. I was like, there you go. And the level of my hand and basically the level of that book was such that I hit him in the crotch. But that was not intentional at all. So I basically was like, yeah, there you go. And I was like, he's like, can you look before giving something? I was like, I'm so sorry. He's like, it's okay. 12th graders actually have extra classes during the summer break. So our summer break is actually half of the time. It's just 12th graders and maybe 10th graders who come to school and they have extra classes, okay? So our classes are 1 hour long, but then the break is 1 hour long as well. So we have lots of time. But then this geography class was a class which we used to bunk all the time. So what happened was the whole class would bunk that class, okay? She comes to class, nobody is there, and the school is empty, so you can easily spot where a bunch of kids are, right? So I was the kind of girl that was like, I did not care much about what boys think, what people think. I was that kind of a girl, okay? 12th class, everyone was bunking. It was raining. I was like, you know what, Bhairavi, these are your last years. Let's enjoy it. So for the first time in my school life, I opened my hair very openly like that, let it free and flow. The rain was coming. I was like, yeah, I hope I'm looking good. But then that teacher from below, she was like, Yeah, very good, Bhairavi, looking classy. I was like, oh my god, and I just tied it again and then went away and then we ran to some other class and that was a really embarrassing situation. I was trying to be all pretty and then that happened. So these were the embarrassing moments that I could think at the top of my head. If I remember any more, I would do a video maybe. I don't know. If you would like to see it, make sure to like this video to let me know. Tell me what are your embarrassing moments from school, because I'm sure school life is filled with embarrassment. So put that in the comments below. I would love to read that, and keep the conversation going on my Snapchat, Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye bye.